What top 3 tips would you give for someone who wants to get better at storytelling?
I would say a couple things. Number one, duration. So a lot of times now is the time where you should really question, does this need to be 3 minutes or can I do it in one? Number two, I would say focus on the why. Why should they care? What's interesting about this video that's going to actually make somebody watch? And visualize your mom, your dad, your friends watching it before you publish it. Visualize them watching it. Will they get bored? Will they look to the left and right? If so, there's a chance that maybe the story is not compelling enough. And number three is it really comes down to the hook. So that opening first 3 seconds, ask a question or propose an interesting idea, or just make it at a very intriguing first line, because that's what's going to determine if someone watches or not. And if someone watches that first 5 seconds, the algorithms on the platforms will push out your video a lot more.
Got it.
So that's the biggest mistake I see, is people just don't have a strong hook.
Got it. And so out of the 3 points you mentioned, probably the most important is having a very strong hook, right? Could you give us examples of a very strong hook that you have implemented in your content in which you have seen take off?
Yeah, I was in Singapore a couple weeks ago, and my hook was, this is one of the safest countries in the world. So today I'm going to leave my laptop at a Starbucks for a few hours and go and have lunch, and then I'm going to come back and see if it's still there. That video ended up getting over 30 million views across platforms, and I can tell you why. I mean, number one is the hook. So notice I didn't reveal Singapore in the first sentence. I said this country is one of the safest countries in the world. So you have to watch at least 5 seconds, and then you're kind of committed, because you're like, what's the country? Now, it's not like a cheap teaser. A lot of creators will do that too. Like, I'll tell you the country at the end. No. I told them the country maybe at 8 seconds in, but I didn't say it in the first 3 seconds.
Got it.
So you have to watch to at least 8 seconds, because you're just kind of curious, what's the safest country in the world? Number two is I created a question. The question is the laptop
going to be there?
I need to watch to the end to see if someone's going to steal his laptop. And the stakes are high because it's his MacBook Pro. And this is actually a technique I learned by doing screenwriting courses in New York City. It's called a major dramatic question. Major dramatic question is in every single movie you and I watch. It's usually something like, is he going to get the girl? Is he going to save the world? Is he going to come to terms with his disability? Right? These are all major dramatic questions that are locked in usually by the first third of a movie. It's what keeps you watching till the end. Every movie has it. Every story has it. And I think even as content creators, especially with experiential videos, we can add that in. And so that's what I did. I could have just talked about how the crime rate is so low and, things are so sad. This place is so safe. Yeah. But I created that major dramatic question.
Right.